Another one of the rising name from P&B's block in Germantown is Kaiser Reeves, better known on stage as Hop Out Blick.
Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who ain't too familiar with you.
You already know it's Hop Out Blick, the royal trick. The real brick is this.
Wow.
It's a lot of imposters out here, too. They ain't me, though.
Repping the same P&B set that P&B Rock hailed from, Hop Out Blick is seen by many as part of the younger generation known as the Torchers. A group carrying the torch of P&B into the future, though with a harder, more drill-orientated sound of music. However, Hop Out Blick's burgeoning rap career has been overshadowed by his involvement in a violent shooting. In April 2024, Reeves was charged with murder in connection with a shooting that left 3 teenagers dead, Mark Ballard, Salah Fleming, and Khalif Rezgi, with another person being seriously wounded. According to the police, the incident stemmed from a gun trafficking deal gone wrong, with Reeves and others attempting to rob the buyers, which quickly escalated into gunfire. His boldness extended to interviews too, where he openly discussed his life and music, seemingly unfazed by the fact that he was indeed wanted by the authorities.
Like I said, I just started popping.
YouTube, man, back with a little video today, you know what I'm saying, and we got us something a little different, you know what I'm saying. Y'all reacted real well to my little Philadelphia video, you know what I'm saying. We got the most views I ever got on the video before. Shout out to all of y'all. What was it? This murder started Philadelphia, Jarrell, and changed everything. I believe that was the name of the video, you know what I'm saying. Appreciate all the love on there. But I happened to see some comments talking about, oh, you didn't react to the what really started it back in the days, this and that, and that's my fault. It's my fault, you feel what I'm saying. But today we gonna dive into the origins of Philly real and trap, you feel what I'm saying. So we got everything right here. We go watch the full video, you feel what I'm saying. You see how it really started, you feel me. Shout out to all the new brand new subscribers. I appreciate every single one of y'all, you feel what I'm saying, man. We done came up fast out of nowhere, you feel what I'm saying. Shout out to all y'all, you feel me. But before we start this little video, you already know what the business is, man. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. Let's tap straight into the business, man.
To truly understand the rise of Philly drill, we need to go right back to the start. Drill is a subgenre of hip-hop, and the origin of the word hip-hop is unknown, though mentions of it date as far back as 1671 in the satirical play The Rehearsal by George Villiers, 2nd Duke of Buckingham, and others. Okay, alright, maybe not that early. But jump forward a few hundred years, and Bronx resident DJ Kool Herc is recognized as one of the earliest hip-hop DJs and artists. Some credit him with officially originating hip-hop music through his 1973 back-to-school jam. In 2007, he campaigned successfully for 1520 Sedgwick Avenue to be officially recognized as hip-hop's birthplace. From there, the hip-hop genre would start gaining momentum, and Philadelphia became one of the first major markets to embrace rap music shortly after it emerged in the 70s. Lady B would actually be the first woman to record a rap record as a solo artist, shattering the glass ceiling before it was even constructed with her song To the Beat Y'all going gold. Lady B is credited as the first Philly artist to put rap on vinyl, and in commemoration in 2022, the city renamed the 5700 block of Windale Avenue in Overbrook Lady B Way. Philadelphia long supported dynamic and ever-evolving local music scenes. Back in 1985, Jesse Weaver Jr., aka Schoolie D, released the hit song PSK What Does It Mean, introducing gangster rap to the world for the very first time, with lyrics about a Philly street gang named PSK, or the Parkside Killers, inspiring the lyrics and the name of the song. The track had some of hip-hop's first ever lyrics about life as a gangster, as Schoolie D rapped about riding around with guns and pressuring suckers before ops were even a thing. And while Philly invented
in 1985, y'all was rapping like this? What the fuck? What the hell?
Gangster rap, it wasn't the city that made it famous. When that song came out, it was the first time that other rappers realized that rap didn't have to be about partying and being happy all the time, according to the memoirs of hip-hop gangster rap legend Ice-T, who himself would embark on a long, illustrious career as one of LA's premier gangster rappers. Gangster rap would become world famous on the West Coast, with LA-based artists like NWA putting street music on the map all over the country, and also fighting with law enforcement who was setting out to ban gangster rap. Ironically, back in Philadelphia, gangster rap would fall by the wayside as squeaky clean commercial rappers emerged from the city. In November 1986, DJ Jazzy Jeff linked with another Philadelphia native, Will the Fresh Prince Smith, releasing their first track, Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, introducing Smith's clever, pop-friendly rhyme style and providing a glimpse at the talent that would propel Smith to stardom. Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble spent 12 weeks on Billboard's Hot 100 chart, but Will Smith wasn't the only pioneer of positivity in Philly's rap scene. In 1988, some Philadelphia High School for the Creative and Performing Arts students formed a band called Radioactivity creativity that ultimately became Philly's beloved hip-hop band, The Roots. And while The Roots would go down as legends in the rap game, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince would go on to accomplish another rap first by winning the Grammy for Best Performance by a Rap Duo in 1989 for their sophomore project, He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. But the award wasn't broadcast because apparently the Grammys didn't want to offend mainstream audiences, according to Lady B. Sounds a bit like racism to me, but anyway. The rap duo, however, did win an American Music Award for Favorite Rap Artist that year, which was indeed aired on the award show. And Will Smith would truly put Philly on the map when he landed his own sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and making the song's intro theme where he rapped the iconic bars that would resonate with the drill rappers running the streets.
Hey, back in the day, I know everybody was getting jiggy to this song. Y'all was in there busting y'all move, rapping with the beginning of this song. Every single episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I swear to God, I ain't even know bro was from Philly. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, Will Smith did fall off now after his little incident a few years ago. But I don't know who's still rocking with Will Smith. Who's still be getting jiggy?
Philly today, rapping in West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood, I got in one little fight, and my mum got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air." Now, unfortunately, many of the people we'll be discussing in this story didn't have the means to move in with their auntie and uncles in Bel-Air. And had Will Smith remained on the basketball courts of West Philly after getting into that trouble, we could well have seen ops on the streets of Philly smoking that Will Smith pack. But anyway, as the 90s rolled in,
no. Back then, they didn't even know what a pack was, bro. A Will Smith pack is crazy.
To emerge out of the Philly rap scene. Corrupt, real name Ricardo Emmanuel Brown, a rapper from Philly, would break into the scene, being one half of the rap duo The Dog Pound, together with Daz Dillinger, a California native. They would be signed to Death Row Records, home to Dr. Dre, Tupac Shakur, Snoop Dogg, and many others. The Philly battle rap scene would also emerge soon after this, and these rappers would be grittier than the musicians that had come before them, with rappers tending to battle it out for rap supremacy, like the real-life 8 Mile decades before it happened. In this period, rappers like Cassidy, real name Barry Adrian Reese, would emerge, making a name for himself in his Philadelphia-based rap hip-hop collective, Larceny Family. Then you have Eve, real name Eve Jahan Cooper, who would end Philadelphia's century in 1999, becoming hip-hop's Rookie of the Year. It was also during this period that American record producer Swizz Beatz would discover both Cassidy and Eve, with Eve being signed to and Cassidy being featured on the hip-hop record label Rough Riders, home to one of the biggest artists in the world at the time, DMX. In the turn of the century, other acts like Dwight Iquan Grant, aka Beanie Siegel, and Leslie Edward Pregan, aka Freeway, would be making moves putting Philly hip-hop on the map too. Freeway would be a member of the Philadelphia-based hip-hop collective State Property, which was signed to Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records, an imprint of Def Jam Records, which had also signed Beanie Siegel. 2002 would see Philadelphia lose one of its most prolific rappers and singers after the death of Lisa Nicole Lopez, better known by...
Her hair, my bad for pausing, but what the hell? What the hell is that? Oh my God, that look crazy, bro. No disrespect, but that look wild.
Her stage name, Left Eye. Left Eye was a member of the R&B girl group TLC, alongside Tion T-Boz Watkins and Rosonda Chili Thomas. But it would be the mid-2000s when the spotlight would start shining on gangster rappers coming out of Philly once again, owing to rap acts like Gilly the Kid, now known as Gilly the King, real name Nasir Fard, who was actually one of the 7 members of 90s underground hip-hop group Major Figures. In 2006, Gilly would be thrown into the national spotlight owing to his beef with Cash Money Records and its star rapper Lil Wayne, when he claimed to have ghostwritten for some of the label's artists, particularly Wayne. At this point, Gilly had been signed to Cash Money and strangely had never released any songs with the label owing to his disputes with the company about his publishing. With the public spotlight on him, Gilly's ties to the streets would soon come to light. In June 2006, he would make a headline after narrowly escaping death, being shot 3 times by his ops. He would sustain 2 gunshot wounds to his arm and leg, getting discharged later the same night. The FBI would now surveil his house, and on February the 8th, 2007, he would be arrested after authorities discovered that Gilly was running 2 drug stash houses where they found 89 pounds of marijuana and $404,000. But fortunately, Gilly was able to get back on the straight and narrow path later in life, eventually teaming up with Wallow and creating the blockbuster podcast $1 Million worth of game.
I ain't gonna lie, $1 million worth of game is hard, bro. I rock with them. Y'all rock with them, you crazy, bro. But like, hey, when it come to Gilly though, I swear to God, y'all, I heard like they used to say he used to be trash at rapping. I ain't never heard none of his songs and that, but they say he was buns. Let me know if that's true, bro.
The most popping rap stars in the modern era. However, Philly's treacherous streets would still impact Gilly's family, and in a tragic turn of events in 2023, Gilly's 25-year-old son, YNG Cheese, would be gunned down in a triple shooting in Philly. But as Gilly was departing the rap game, it was around this time that a young rapper from Philly named Robert Rameek Williams, aka Meek Mill, would be on come up. Raised in the North Philadelphia section of the city with his sister and inspired by his mother and father, who died when he was was 5, Meek Mill began taking the rap game seriously at the age of 12 after losing a street battle to neighboring rappers. After taking and accepting the L, he would morph into a hardened battle rapper who became part of the group named the Bloodhounds, which had a short stint between 2006 and 2008, after which Meek would later sign as a solo artist to T.I.'s Grand Hustle Records. 3 years later, in 2011, he would jump ship to Rick Ross's Maybach music group, opening his own record label, Dream Chasers Records, where he signed to his own label that he's still signed to this day, and a name brand that's got mainstream recognition, with numerous hit mixtapes and albums being released under both labels. But despite having gotten in trouble with the law over the years, Meek Mill has never really referenced being in a specific gang in any of his music, and Meek Mill has openly spoken about the negativity that gang life can bring. Towards the late 2000s, Philly's music scene was evolving, with gangster rap starting to dominate the airwaves. While R&B had been the go-to sound for much of the early 2000s, the streets were starting to tell a different story, and one rapper would soon rise to personify the shift, AR-Ab. Born Abdul Ibrahim West and representing OBH, the original Block Hustlers, the rap label and group he co-founded with fellow Philly rapper Dark Low, AR-Ab took the grind mentality to the next level. He was an OG in the game, earning his stripes not just through his music, but also as a feared battle rapper, and also having gained a lot of respect in the streets. His skills would eventually land him a spot in Cassidy's Larceny Family, where he would make his mark as one of the toughest lyricists in the group.
I keep me a coke strip popping, a dope strip popping, my 4/5 cocked. I put him to bed if you short with the profits. Cause I'm trying to get my paper on, in the crib cooking coke with an apron on. While y'all was doing kid shit, playing in the schoolyard, I was in the crib loading shells in a bulldog. Y'all was in the pool hall, I was trying to move hard, then a block mine and it jumped like a bullfrog. OBH.
But while AR-Ab's career was taking off, his name was already circulating in the streets for his alleged involvement in criminal activities. He wasn't just rapping about life on the corner, he was still living it. And in April 2013, AR-Ab would tweet about facing consequences from a past crime, revealing that he was caught up in a drug trafficking raid 3 years earlier. Shortly after, he announced his plans to turn himself in.
Yo, it's AR-Ab, man. You know, I'm out here on the block, man. I got 5 days before I turn myself in the jail.
Following the incarceration, the Free AR-Ab slogan became prominent in his music videos and amongst fans. And after serving 18 months, he was released on parole in November 2014, having allegedly reduced his sentence by participating in a boot camp program. However, in October 2018, AR-Ab, along with 8 others, was indicted on drug trafficking charges in North Philadelphia, where he was identified as the leader of the operation. And in November 2019, he was found guilty of conspiracy and drug distribution involving cocaine, crack, heroin,
bro,
and
how
meth.
the hell you gonna go do it again, motherfucker? What you thinking, man? You tweaking, bro. See, that's the problem, bro. When we grow up in these certain environments, right, that's all we know. And people don't branch out. They don't really self-evaluate what they doing. Like, oh, why am I doing this but the kids in the suburbs ain't doing this? Why am I doing this but the kids that's not in the trenches not doing this? They look at me like I'm different, this and that. Like, God damn, bro, like, you tripping, bro. Come on, man, 45 years, your life is done. You in a cell for the rest of your life now, bro. Like, God damn, and you was the leader, goddamn. That means they snitched on you,
15th,
probably.
2021, AR-Ab was sentenced to 45 years in prison. After AR-Ab's legal troubles
in
cost
2021?
the 15th, 2021, AR-Ab was sentenced to 45 years in prison. After AR-Ab's legal troubles cast a shadow over Philly's rap scene, a new generation of artists started to take the spotlight.
It's Lil Uzi Vert.
Enter Samir Baisel Woods, better known on stage as Lil Uzi Vert.
Right
A stark contrast to the gritty, street-centric narratives that define rappers like
No, Pink Tape gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. Pink Tape wasn't bad, bro, but it wasn't good neither. We need, what was that, We need Love Is Rage 2, Lil Uzi Vert. We need Eternal Take Uzi Vert. We need Lil Uzi versus the World Uzi Vert. That's who we need.
AR-Ab, Uzi, standing at 5'4", with a body covered in tattoos and an enigmatic personality, brought a different kind of energy, a blend of melancholic lyrics and high fashion flair that resonated with the youth in the city. Lil Uzi Vert broke into the mainstream in 2015 with emotional rhymes that amassed millions of streams on Spotify. His emotional yet energetic style created a whole new creative lane in the hip-hop genre. By June 2016, Uzi had cemented his place in the hip-hop culture, appearing on XXL's 2016 freshman class list.
I gotta ask. I know I've been pausing like crazy, but I gotta ask: is this the best XXL? Everybody my generation are probably maybe a few years older than me, maybe like a year or two younger than me. They always say this is the best XXL freestyle cipher. Let me know, is this really the best one? I don't know, bro.
Big names like 21 Savage, Kodak Black, and Lil Yachty, and his appearance in the cipher solidified him as a new force in the industry. And while questions about Uzi's possible gang affiliations have swirled over the years, DJ Drama and Don Cannon, Uzi's mentors and the heads of Generation Now, his label, have repeatedly debunked these rumors, emphasizing that Uzi's sole loyalty lies with their label and the music game, and that he's not a street rapper like the gangster rappers. rappers. This revelation disrupted the typical narratives around street life and affiliations, marking Uzi as somebody much more connected to music and creativity than the streets, but still being inspired by life in Philly. In a sense, Lil Uzi Vert represents a shift in Philly's hip-hop scene, a brief move away from the hardcore streets-driven stories of battle rappers like A.R.A.B. to a more emotionally complex and commercially savvy sound, and his journey highlights the power of mystique and artistry where public perception often blurs the lines between reality and performance art. But after Lil Uzi Vert's meteoric rise in the mid-2010s, another Philly native began carving his own path in the hip-hop scene, P&B Rock. But unlike Uzi's energetic genre-blending style, P&B Rock, born Rakeem Hashim Allen, would bring a completely different vibe to the table. His music was a reflection of the duality of life in the streets of Philly, hopelessness mixed with fleeting joy. His breakout single Selfish, released in 2016, showcased his ability to merge emotional storytelling with catchy melodies, a sound that caught the attention of mainstream audiences. Originally from Germantown, near Pastorius and Banton streets, from which he gets the P&B moniker from, with there being a gang of the same name in this area. P&B Rock's adolescence was rough. Raised in a Muslim family, his father had been murdered when he was just 3 years old, and so he was raised by his mother. By age 13, he was being sent to juvenile detention centers for committing robberies and fighting in school. By 19, Rock had found himself behind bars again, this time serving 33 months for drug charges. But it was during this time in prison that P&B Rock honed his craft, studying how to blend hip-hop and pop to create an original sound that would later define his career. And he quickly made a name for himself after his stint in jail. By the time he dropped the song Selfish, he had solidified his place in the rap music world. Like many rappers from a tough environment, the streets always seemed to follow him, and danger would always be lurking, even far away from the streets of Philly. And on September the 12th, 2022, P&B Rock's life was tragically cut short during a robbery at Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in South Los Angeles. The incident where P&B Rock was targeted
rest in peace, man.
for his jewelry shocked fans and peers alike. And just days before his death, in an interview with DJ Academics, P&B Rock talked about a close call that he'd had previously with gang members in LA, and he described how he felt unsafe in certain areas and often avoided being outside, knowing that being a successful rapper would make him a target.
Y'all hated us walking up to like broad daylight, like, yo, give me your chain. Like, I'm like, yo,
try me on some. It'd be like every time.
They try to take your jewelry or some shit?
I don't know, but it'd be like I be on and I'm not where I'm from. We like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to spark a conversation with you first before they get into some. Some of them might just go crazy. Like I know some that too. They might be on their sneaky too. But the majority of the times I got into some, it was like they just gave a drop up too fast. You feel me? So the second time I got into some, like, I was just talking loud as wanting me to hear their conversation. And it's like I'm with my peoples. Like I'm with my daughter and my girl. Like, why they talking about this gangster? Like, with this around? Like, we outside, we on Fairfax. I'm like, man, you know, I already peed it.
There's gangsters out there on Fairfax.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the is going on? Like, I'm on Fairfax right now. So I'm like, man, we out of here. You feel me? Like, we going. My girl, like, no, we ain't. What's wrong? I'm like, I'm just going off of the vibes. Like, we out.
Is she peeping the energy? Because I'm
she
you on
peeping.
point.
Yeah, she ain't peeping. She was thinking I'm tripping.
About women sometimes.
She be thinking I'm tripping. So, in the mix of all this, I'm like, no, we out. So she peeped it. I'm serious. She's like, no, we out. We drive probably like 2 blocks in the street. She thinking it's game. She pull over somewhere else. Like, oh, I wanted to go to this store right here. And then in a mix of me, like telling her like where to park at, it's like somebody just came fast and took the parking spot, like the same spot that we. Yeah. I'm like, dude, they must have been following me or something, bro. How the this car get behind me this fast? Like I ain't even look.
Following his murder, 3 suspects were arrested, including a 17-year-old and his father, Freddie Trone, as well as a woman, Chantrell Trone, all linked to the robbery and killing. Later, more individuals were implicated in the case, including Tremont Jones, who was accused of alerting the killers to P&B Rock's location. P&B Rock's story stands as another grim reminder of the dangers that fame can bring, particularly for rappers. And his death parallels fates of those other LA-based rappers like Nipsey Hussle and Draco the Ruler, as well as New York drill rapper Pop Smoke, all of whom fell victim to senseless violence in the gang-dominated streets of Los Angeles. But despite his efforts to steer clear of trouble, P&B Rock, like many before him, found out that the streets have a long reach. And while P&B Rock represented a more melodic, emotional side of Philly's hip-hop scene, a newer generation has emerged in his wake, determined to leave their mark on the city too. Another one of the rising names from P&B's block in Germantown is Kaiser Reeves, better known on stage as Hop Out Blick.
Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people who ain't too familiar with you.
You already know it's Hop Out Blick. Don't run no trick. The real book is this.
Wow.
It's a lot of imposters out here too. They ain't me though.
Repping the same P&B set that P&B Rock hailed from, Hop Out Blick is seen by many as part of the younger generation known as the Torchers. A group carrying the torch of P&B into the future, though with a harder, more drill-orientated sound of music. However, Hop Out Blick's burgeoning rap career has been overshadowed by his involvement in a violent shooting. In April 2024, Reeves was charged with murder in connection with a shooting that left 3 teenagers dead: Mark Ballard, Salah Fleming, and Khalif Rezgi, with another person being seriously wounded. wounded. According to the police, the incident stemmed from a gun trafficking deal gone wrong, with Reeves and others attempting to rob the buyers, which quickly escalated into gunfire. Despite the gravity of the charges against him, Hop Out Blick continued to push his music career whilst on the run. With over 20,000 Instagram followers and a strong presence in Philly's drill rap scene, he dropped tracks like Double Coffins, where he and his crew flaunted weapons, allegedly props, in front of the camera. And his boldness extended to interviews too, where he openly discussed his life and music, seemingly unfazed by the fact that he was indeed wanted by the authorities.
Like I said, like, I just started popping my shit. Like, I just started talking about that shit. Like, it be no cap in my rap. Like that's all entertainment though, you feel me? But that's made up.
Hop Out Blick's rise and now potential fall reflects the darker side of Philly's rap culture, where fame and street life often intersects with tragic consequences. As the tortures continue to emerge out of the next wave of PNB, the story of Hop Out Blick will play a significant role in shaping the narrative of this generation, caught right in between the allure of music and the danger of the streets. But while the story of Hop Out Blick and the tortures unfolded, another crew was steadily rising to prominence in Philadelphia's volatile underground rap scene, the Young Bag Chasers, or YBC. This group, a dangerous collection of rappers from West Philadelphia, had been deeply involved in a gang war, battling at least 6 rival gangs across the city. One of the founders of YBC was one of the earliest rappers from their set, J100, dropping tracks like Turn Up Part 1, a street song with bars all about shooting their ops and running around Philly with guns. But behind all of these gangster rap songs are real stories of the actual deadly gang war playing out in the streets of Philly. Their music, much like their street reputations, were fueled by disses, often calling out fallen rivals in their songs. And it wasn't just music for these guys, it was personal, and it earned them a toxic infamy on platforms like Reddit. The streets would buzz with chatter that YBC had made enemies on nearly every block.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. Who be on Reddit, bro? Like, I ain't never go on there, bro. Who really be on there, bro? Like, no disrespect to anybody be on there, but like, I don't know. I never been on there, bro. That's yo, we were doing this on Reddit. What the fuck?
Philly pushing their way to the top by stacking bodies and releasing tracks that celebrated their violent exploits. But as the tables begun to turn, those same blocks that YBC had been taunting came together to take revenge. The narrative would shift, and the once feared YBC at times would start becoming the hunted. People would say that they had torched so many neighborhoods, only for those very blocks to unite and start torching them back, all while continuing to rack up views on their inflammatory rap songs. Despite the online hatred, YBC became a name that rang out across the streets of Philly. But on the opposite side of this conflict was people like Lil Bucks from O to the 4, a prominent figure in Philly's drill rap scene too, who's gone on to have a prolific rap career, as well as rappers whose hard-hitting tracks and unmistakable presence on the mic made him a target of the ops too, as well as fans on Reddit desperately trying to work out his specific gang affiliations. OT7 Kwani is Zoo Gang, a crew with another affiliated rapper Poundside Pop, known for tracks like Zoo Militant, who apparently famously rejected a record deal from Meek Mill. Kwani, who started gaining traction around 2020 with his crew No Regrets, featuring rappers like NR Bor and Lil Nas. Coming into his own with a series of solo freestyles by late 2021, his style and presence were undeniable, and his collabs with other notable figures, including Skrilla, made him a key player on the field. Skrilla, a more versatile artist who initially avoided gang affiliations, eventually found himself aligned with major figures in the city's rap scene on both sides. Though he would initially steer clear of picking sides, his actions would end up speaking louder than his earlier videos. By 2023, Skrilla had found himself collaborating with all corners of the city, including Lil Uzi Vert. He would even work on tracks that seemed to intentionally blur the lines between friend or foe, featuring on tracks with YBC Dolls ops like Lil Bucks and Poundside Pop, with their ironically titled song Hood Hopper. But his appearance in a controversial and disrespectful collab with YBC Doll titled McButtons and McNuggets Part 2 led many people
that motherfucking song is called McButtons and McNuggets.
to believe that Skrilla had ultimately sided with the YBC gang, considering that this was a song disrespecting a dead rival of YBC. Skrilla's willingness to navigate Philly's treacherous rap politics made him both respected and feared, and it wasn't long until the streets started to take notice. But anyway, those are the key figures, and now you know the complicated background to Philly's rap music history. In the next chapter, let's dive deeper into some of these gangs behind the music and the streets they control.
Hell no. Anything in that red area, I don't want to be. God damn. You can't even come outside over there.
To peel back the layers and understand why Philadelphia's drill scene has become a powder keg ready to explode. So let's take a closer look at the modern day gangs inspiring the murder music in Philadelphia. Most
that's the next one.
Specifically, one of the most deadly groups, YBC, the Young Bag.
Oh yeah, YBC. I heard YBC some demons. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't know if y'all seen oh my god, what's that dude's name that be doing them interviews? The dude that did YBC Duel's interview the day before he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? He be out there, bro, and he be doing them interviews. He did an interview with Skrilla. He did one with two of them with YBC Duel because he was in the same one with Skrilla. These people just be out there. They be outside. I would just be like, what the hell is y'all doing? And bro, Philly look crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Trash everywhere, tweakers everywhere. Like, bro. I don't know. Can't do it. Gotta evacuate. Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying, man? But y'all, let me know what y'all feel about this video. The origins of Philly drill and rap. It's crazy, bro. Y'all out here thugging, y'all be out here tweaking. We got the full get down now, you feel what I'm saying? We already know what happened in the past and we know what's happening now. Let me know what y'all feel about this little video. Let me know if y'all from Philly. Let me know how bad it is out there. Let me know if y'all ever will take a trip to Philly. You take a trip to Philly, you tweaking. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think about this though. Like the video, share it. You already know what the business is. Subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. Appreciate all the brand new subscribers. Shout out to every single one of y'all. You hear me? It's not with y'all, man.